Welcome back to Outdoors Type, and in this video we're going to tell you a story of a timber tramway which started all the way down there and it ended up all the way up here. The British Australian Tramway was a 9-kilometre narrow gauge logging railway which operated from 1907 to 1914. Construction commenced in 1907 and the track was laid with a branch to the jetty in 1910. Wooden ramps and steam-powered winches were built along the route for the loading of logs and wood, and 2 trips per day were carried out with 6 logs per train. The logging railroad began at the Coffs Harbor jetty, crossed Coffs Creek on a wooden bridge, and then ran to Macaulay Headland, where the first lumberyard was located. As the track was upgraded, the route was extended from Macaulay Headland, climbing up the slope to Bruxner Park until the turnoff to Seeley Park Lookout. There appears to also have been a branch running along what is now West Korora Road. The first steam locomotive coped well with the journey over Macaulay's Headland, but was found to be inadequate after the route had been extended to Bruxner Park. It was too heavy for the easily laid rails of the Forest Railway and spread the rails often. The Shay locomotive, acquired in 1909, worked without any major problems along the entire length of the line. The Shay locomotives are a unique kind of pivoting, geared loco, well suited to the steep grades and tight corners of logging tramways. The construction of the North Coast Railway had a significant impact on shipping in the region, but also on the operation of Batco near to the jetty. Since their sawmill was on the planned route, it came to a dispute which lasted until 1913 and delayed railway construction in the station area. A fire, the cause of which could not be established, destroyed the sawmill, putting it out of action for a year. The operation permanently closed in 1916. The tramway bridge over the Coffs Creek remained until 1928 in use as a pedestrian bridge with wooden planks laid onto it. And even though we can't get in here, you can see this is the clearing where the tramway used to run. It's now used by the power infrastructure, but we can't see a lot here. And if we look to the other side of the road where we know that the tramway used to run, you can see it's quite remarkable the regrowth that's happened in the last 100 years, or 100 plus years since the railway was here, which makes it quite difficult to find anything. We're going to head up onto the hill and have a look anyway. It's just also overgrown now that there's literally no trace. Well, we're up here on the southern side of Macaulay's Headland. We've spent some time looking for the old cutting and the old, maybe, some recognition of the old permanent way, but there's nothing but jungle up here and multi-million-dollar homes covering all the views and all of the old right-of-way of the old timber tramway. I mean, this could be evidence of the old cutting for the old tramway here, but it is super hard to tell given everything is so overgrown up here now. We're going to go for a drive up Bruxner Park Road to the Bruxner Park gap along the route of the old tramway. We've just followed Bruxner Park Road up to the top of the mountain, and if you're wondering sometimes why roads run the way they do, it's because that was the route of the old tramway. We're going to go for a bit of an explore up here in the rainforests and see what we can find of the remains of the old British Australian tramway as it runs down to Bucka Creek. From what I understand of some of the resources I've seen, there was a short branch that continued on up towards Sealy Lookout there, where again maybe only a few inclines remain, and behind the car here the track starts to dip down towards Bucka Creek from the gap. So here we are walking through what was once one of the cuttings for the railway. It's probably one of the locations where we have the clearest evidence that this railway ever existed over 100 years ago. We're deep down into the Orara State Forest now. We're looking at Bucka Creek. We're probably at the westernmost extent of the tramway now. What beautiful country. Well, that's it folks, and thanks for watching. Was the BAT tramway bumped out by the North Coast Railway? I guess we'll never know, but in the end, it truly was replaced by the railway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.